Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another lore video. Today's topic is a little different, for I won't be covering Warhammer Fantasy. In celebration of the 1 year anniversary, I wanted to do something different. So I'd like to test the waters to see what you guys would think about me doing 40k lore, as I do quite frequently play 40k. That being said, the first 40k lore video will be a race that I play quite frequently. I'm talking about the Tau, so without further ado, let's begin. The Tau are a young, technologically advanced humanoid race, whose origins stem from the eastern fringes of the Milky Way galaxy. Originally discovered in the 35th millennium by an Adeptus Mechanicus explorator fleet, the race that would be known as Tau were deemed primitive, likening their technological advancements to that of the Stone Age and having only recently discovered fire. This Xenos planet was intended to be another planet for Imperial colonization. However, as luck would have it, when the Imperial forces came to cleanse the planet, a violent warp stone erupted around the planet, thus forcing the Imperials to wait. But further to the Tau's luck, the Age of Apostasy soon started, and many minor Xenos races such as the Tau were forgotten by the Imperial records, to which they were relatively undisturbed for the next 6,000 years. By then, the Tau had reached technological advancements like no other, rivaling and even surpassing some of the more older humanoid species in the galaxy. But before we discuss this, I would like to go back to the time where the Imperials had originally forgotten about the Tau. You see, during that time, the Tau were a primitive race of tribes who constantly warred with each other. They primarily lived on the plains of the planet, however the constant interfighting often forced smaller tribes to migrate to other regions. Interestingly enough, the Tau that had migrated had adapted to their new surroundings extremely well, even going as far as evolving both physically and mentally to fit their new surroundings at an extremely fast pace. This led to various tribes of Tau being radically different to one another, some of them evolving in intelligence, establishing the first known Tau settlements, whilst others would evolve to be lighter and grow flaps of skins which allowed them to travel over the deserts via thermal drifts. These are but some of the examples on how the Tau race ended up dividing itself into various subspecies. And naturally, due to the rapid sociological, biological, and technological shifts that were happening to each of the Tau tribes in one form or another, this led to more conflict. Greed and jealousy ran rampant, which saw settlements being taken and sometimes being outright destroyed. Throughout the years, many Tau had died, and this dark age in Tau history was known as Mont'au. Plague and disease eventually became dominant in the Tau world, as it is common with many years of fighting and many corpses littering the ground. It would seem that fate had destined for the Tau to destroy themselves, with the Taus themselves believing this, especially when an event occurred where strange lights appeared in the sky. Many of the Tau started to believe that this was a sign of their last days. Yet this was not to be the case, for during a large and brutal siege in Tau history, unusual Tau appeared. They looked different to the Tau already known, and spoke with calm and soft voices that commanded authority. One had gone to speak with the leader of the attackers, and the other with the leader of the defenders. And amazingly, within hours of both of these interesting-looking Tau arriving to the field, the fighting had stopped, and the leaders of both these factions had agreed with a meeting with these Tau. These two Tau, who called themselves Ethereal, explained that the Tau should not fight amongst themselves, that each Tau tribe is unique, and that their skills should be harnessed for the benefit of the Tau as a whole. They explained the concept of the greater good, or Tauva as it is known in the Tau language, and that if all the Tau tribes would cease their fighting and join together as one, that Tau society, together, could grow towards a more successful and prosperous future for the whole of the Tau race. The party spoke throughout the night, and by morning a truce was made. The attackers and the defenders agreed to stop fighting and work together towards the greater good. Over time, more and more Ethereals did appear, repeating the process once again to various other tribes throughout the world. And it wasn't long until the Tau were united under the greater good. The era of Mont'au had ended, and the era of Tauva had now begun. And with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our lore video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it does help us out. This was pretty much a test to see what you guys would think about me including some 40k lore into the channel. And if you did enjoy it, I will. You know, I know it's a primarily Warhammer Fantasy based channel, but I do want to expand a little bit and cover various aspects of Warhammer in general. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And also, before I forget, right down in the description, there are various links, such as a Twitch page and a Facebook page for the channel, anything related to the Great Book of Grudges. So there you are in case you want them. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very soon.